now that I've had a chance to live with this GlazzKraft dash for 250 miles or so, it's been like 3-ish outings, figured I'd finally do a review on it. So if you want something that is going to make your Can-Am feel like a Ferrari, definitely this is it. If you want something that is going to be a massive pain in the butt to install, this is also it. So the fit and finish of it is super good. Overall, you know, all the weave and everything else is really nice. It fits and follows the body lines of the stock Can-Am great. You know, it matches up down there on the center console. It matches up down there really nice. One place that I'm not super excited about with how it is molded is down here in the footwell. It's kind of hard to tell, but basically this edge right here, it gets in the way of your leg. Shouldn't say that. Your leg basically ends up like resting on it, you know, like your knee kind of just ends up resting right there while you're trying to get to the gas pedal. Not exactly super stoked about that. The other thing I'm not really super stoked about is the key, right? As you can see, mine is zip tied down there. Now, that's because I found out the hard way. The key in these is basically an RFID chip, and like the little socket thing you like plug it onto is an RFID reader. Well, when I drilled a hole, put the thing back on this dash, wouldn't start. It's basically acted like it had no key. After doing a little bit of research, thank you to some wonderful guys on the forums, they helped me out and they told me that, yeah, no, that doesn't work that way. You basically cannot do that with the, you know, either carbon dash, whether it be this one or the, I think it's Fiberworks, that's the other one. But it doesn't work. So yeah, that was cool to find out. Luckily, I managed to repurpose the hole, and I just used it to basically house the stock 12-volt cigarette lighter outlet. Yeah. So the other thing that not super stoked about, I will have to throw some B-roll in here, is the stock dash underneath here in this area. It has a couple different electronics modules and stuff. I think one of them, I'm not even gonna take a stab at what they are, to be honest with you. A couple different, you know, computers under here. In the center there's, you know, the brake reservoirs and stuff like that, and the fuse block. That's all underneath the stock dash. Underneath this dash, it is a hollow shell. Like what you see here on top is what it is like underneath, and just hollow. So you have to make all the mounts under there, which is a monumental pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie. I'll have to, you know, throw a video up of basically how this whole install went and stuff, but really a challenge. You know, the other thing that is nice about this dash though is you get to lay out everything how you want. You know, you can put your switches where you want, you can put, you know, gauges where you want. That part is super nice, and there is a ton of room for them too. You are not running out of room with this dash. Like, you are not going to run out of space. So that is one cool thing. The downside to that, you know, same thing, right, double-edged sword, is it's kind of overwhelming. You know, you get this gorgeous piece of equipment, and guess what? You get to cut it up. When I did mine, I planned ahead, and I left 2 extra open switch spots over there. I was definitely glad I did that. I just went on Amazon and I just got these cheap backing plates. I think they were like $10 a piece or something like that. It made installing this way easier and way nicer. You know, that way you're able to really consolidate all the gauges, which I was super happy about. The rugged radio mount down here, that is actually the Can-Am, like center console mount that you get from Rugged when you buy it. I just cut it out. So that worked out really good. You know, overall, very, very happy with it. Super glad I got it. Really, you know, really enjoy it. The pain in the butt was just installing it. Otherwise, now that I'm on this side of the install, totally worth it. I love it. Honestly, it makes this thing feel like an exotic car. It makes it feel way cooler than it is. When you get in here, it feels like you're sitting in the cockpit of a race car now, and I love it. Oh, one word of the wise. If you have a glass windshield like we do, I'm guessing this would be the same with Lexan as well, but on a nice sunny day, you can actually get the reflection to come through the windshield, reflect off the dash, and it will basically hit the windshield again and blind you. That's only when, again, when you have the windshield. If you do not have the windshield, you do not have to worry about that. But yeah, so every now and again when you're like driving into the sun just right, that's a real big pain in the butt. But yeah, otherwise, really no complaints about it. I wish it was cheaper than it is, but truthfully, I'm with how nice it is and everything else, there's a little part of me that's actually surprised at how affordable it really is. It definitely is a very nice piece of equipment. It is the one thing I think that really takes a Can-Am from being pretty dang cool to over the top awesome. So if you guys are on the fence about it, I would say buy it. Don't look back. Make sure when you buy it, you also buy a keg, because you're going to need that keg to get you through the installation process. Or sign up for therapy, because it's going to take one of the two. A lot of alcohol or a lot of talking through problems, because it's a pain in the butt to install. So hopefully my installation video will help somebody. I'll drop a link down in the description below, so if you are wanting to install this, you can see exactly what it takes. The biggest hurdle that I ran into is this bottom bar on my roll cage. I actually had to cut that bottom bar out because this is an aftermarket cage. If you do not have that bottom bar, I think that your installation will be way easier than mine was. So that's a good thing. If you do have that bottom bar, yeah, you'll be in for the same treat I am. So go take a look at that video. Let me know what you guys think, and just buy one. It's awesome. It looks dang cool.